All right, Uncle Muggs back live, I hope, from Westland Gardens Park. We had a couple of, I don't know what happened here. Wi-Fi, could be the software. I can tell you the pitcher for the Bucks is still number 16, Jason Blanco. Put that camera on. It's a good look at Blanco. He's not going to overpower you. Five runs in the top of the third inning for the Lasalle Royal Lions. Jeremy steps in. Roberts, the fifth batter. He'll be followed by Brandon Nunez, Christopher Perdigon, and Jeremy Fornos. And hopefully we are all the way live again. Esto no es fácil, caballero. Fornos to face Jason Blanco, who's in the full windup. Called strike to big Jeremy Roberts. Top of the fifth, no outs. 6-2 ball game from Westland Garden Park. Uncle Muggs bringing you the play-by-play. I think we're live again. 1-1 the count. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Bring the scoreboard back up. Talk to you about Dix. Here's Blanco. Low and away. Easy take for Roberts. Beautiful night. You can hold a candle outside and it won't blow out. There's absolutely zero wind. Top of the fifth. There's a hard hit ball up the middle. That's going to find its way through for a base hit. A leadoff base hit for the Royal Lions. The first baseman, Jeremy Roberts. Crowd loves it. The Royal Lions travel well. Braden Nunez is making his way up to the plate. He grounded at third base. And then he got on. Christopher Perdigon is on deck. Vera comes out and gives some signs to his infield. And Friday we'll be back here again. Watch these very same Omar Baldo-led Buccaneers of South Dade. Scrappy bunch. Scrappy bunch. Well coached. And they're going to make some noise. You wait and see come district time. These guys are going to be afilao.
All right, before you go, Coach,
All right, my bad. Didn't want to do that. Thank you, Juan Mora, though. One of the coolest coaches in all of Broward, Dade County, Palm Beach, you name it. Juan Mora is the man, and John Mora is the motor. The motor that drives the Somerset Academy Panthers. They won today. I saw these guys earlier. Squares to bunt. Nice play by Vera. Nunez, your batter from the right side. Runner on first base. Nobody out. Top of the fifth inning from Westland Gardens. Square to bunt. That one hit to the right side, rolling on the ground. Blanco's going to pick it up. He fires wildly over to Gato, who had come over to cover, but there was a little bit of confusion there between Gato and the new first baseman. And everybody's safe. Roberts goes to second. And Christopher Perdigon. Blanco from the stretch. That's Evan Mertrill playing first base now. for the Bucks. He came in to field that. Then Gatto came around, and too many people on one base. My trill. There's an inside-out swing. It goes foul. Is it Gatto over there? Oh, wait a minute. That's my bad. Back everything up. It's Yaidel Molina. Yaidel Molina is at first base. There's a ball to Christopher. So Molina was at first base. He's number 6 for the Bucks. Runners on first and second for the Royal Lions. Roberts is on second base. Brandon Nunez is on first. There's nobody out. Blanco is still the pitcher, although there's some movement in the Bucks bullpen. There's a pickoff play. Martinez goes to cover. Roberts gets back in time. So that bunt, Gatto came over to cover. Molina came in. That one's in and out swing as well, like an inside out kind of swing. He's letting the ball travel. He's hitting it way back into the box. I'm talking about the DH, Christopher Perdigon. Jeremy Fornos is on deck. He's the shortstop. It's a base hit and a strikeout to his name. You know, Perdigon scored a run, but that was the inning that I went out to run to center field. There's the pitch, and that one's slapped foul again. Christopher staying alive with nobody out, trying to tack on to the 6-2 lead. We're in the top of the 5th inning from Westland Gardens Park. Uncle Mugg saying hello, everybody, and thanks for all the views. Please subscribe to our Instagram. We need help with Instagram. We got to get to 5,000. I think we're at like 3,900 or something like that. So please help us with the Instagram. Here's Blanco. Takes a peek at Roberts. Comes inside, check swing. It's called strike 3. Christopher Perdigon goes down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the 5th inning in a 6-2 game. It's going to bring up the 8th batter, Jeremy Fornos, the shortstop. And he looks over at his coach, Nathan, giving him some signs. Nathan's a tall guy, but he's got to be like 6'3", 6'4". I was standing next to him today. I felt like a midget. Corner's coming in now. At least third base is coming in. Nice, slurvy, kind of wind-uppy kind of curveball from Jason Blanco. Here's a look at Martinez, a veteran. I believe he's a senior. Not he plays like a senior. That's Yoivi Martinez. Low one. Excellent play by Gio Vera. Tremendous defensive catcher came over from Felix Varela with his buddy Yoivi Martinez. Baluhan Chacon are at Braddock. Huicho's at Sunset. I was told by his dad the other day. Hector, what's up, Hector? Saw him at the Miami-Dade game. There's one inside, and that was chopped foul. So Braddock picked up a lot of Varela players. They're going to be competitive. So is Doral. And my sleeper there in 6A is going to be you-know-who, South Ridge, Mo, Ivan Pelaez, and my buddy Mike Hernandez, and the DJ extraordinaire, Vidal, Isaac's dad, the Candy Man. I love going over there. And we're going to have a good time with Ellie and the whole crew. We're going to see them the second week of the season against True North at Southridge. There's a slurve, and it's hitting the center field. Here comes Veras. It's going to go drop in front of JoJo. Here's the throw home. There's not going to be a play at the plate. Vera cuts it off. But a solid, clean base hit by Jeremy Fornos, his second one of the night. And that's going to load the bases. Roberts heads over to third. Nunez is at second. And with that base hit, It's going to bring up Isaiah Camargo, the left fielder, and he's going to bat from the left side. And already a 6-2 ball game from Westland Gardens Park. All right, you wanted a good one. We got a good one. We're going to get a good one for you Friday. Friday, these very Bucks, they're going to try to bounce back, and we're going to see the Matter Academy Lions, the 5A champs right here from Westland Gardens Park in Hialeah Gardens. All right, Blanco's got his hands full. Jason Blanco, he came in for the starter, Giovanni Orta, and Blanco's from the stretch. He's checking on Nunez. And that one slapped into right field. It falls in front of Rojas. One run is going to score. A nice throw by Rojas. Roberts is going to score the 7th run. A solid base hit, RBI, Isaiah Camargo. Fornos goes to second. Brandon Nunez makes his way to third base. That ball was hit so hard that only one run was able to score. And here comes head coach Omar Baldo making his way out to the mound. More than likely going to get a pitching change. One out here in the top of the 5th in a 7-2 ball game. Let me check on the new pitcher for the Bucks. I think it's Mike Del Calvo. Hang on, wait till I get his number. Okay, yeah, number 12, Michael Del Calvo. We're going to watch Michael take his warm-up pitches. We'll be right back right after this.
Uncle Muggs here for FSPN's Inside the Park, brought to you by Dick's House of Sport in Dadeland, and we had a good time today with the Somerset Academy Panthers.
All right, Uncle Muggs, you've been here long enough. Boys, take them away.
What are you talking about? Hey, wait a minute. I got media credentials. What are you doing? I got media credentials.
Uncle Muggs here from Westland Gardens Park. While the new pitcher, Michael Del Calvo, is warming up, hard-throwing lefty with a nice slider. We saw the Somerset Academy Panthers. We saw the Brady's. They were here today. They won. We saw John Mora. We saw Juan Mora. We saw Matt, Kareem Amer. I forget the other pitcher's name. But good crew, happy bunch. They play off of their coach, who is so cool. And that team is cool. They're just a bunch of cool guys. And they're going to do they're going to make a lot of noise, especially with John Moore at the top of that lineup. And some other guys that they have that are going to bring the bat. The addition of the Brady's were key. And everybody said it. I mean, just adding the Brady's made them a better team. Have a nice catcher. A lot of speed on that team. They're going to put a lot of pressure on you. So great job by Juan Mora and the guys over at Somerset Academy, the Panthers at Pembroke Pines. Up to bat is the leadoff batter, Daniel Gonzalez. It's a 7-2 game. Thanks to Dick's House of Sport in Dadeland. Boy, who would have thunk it? Well, the LaSalle Royal Lions, I mean, they had a good year last year. Let's see who they played, because, I mean, they played some good teams, but, I mean, they didn't play a lot of state champs or anything like that. The left-handed Del Calvo kicks and deals way inside to Daniel Gonzalez. Bases loaded. These pitchers like to work from the stretch. Well, that was like a screwball kind of. That had some weird movement away from the right-handed batter. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the 5th. Here's Del Calvo's pitch, a little high and away. I think he's trying to overthrow a little bit. Count goes 3-0. Another walk would be another run here for the Royal Lions. They were 16-6 last year. Well, they beat Gulliver. They beat Gables last year. They beat Fred and the Bulldogs, and that's ball 4. It's going to be another run. Bases going to remain loaded. It's going to bring up Nicholas Perdigon, the right fielder. Nunez will score. Fornos will move us over to third base. Camargo's at second base. And Gonzalez is at first base for the Royal Lions. Man, they're pumped up. Here comes Nick, batting from the left side. Going back to LaSalle's wins. Snuck past Palmetto. They beat Miami High 7-1. They beat Coral Park 9-2. There's a nice slider by Michael Del Calvo. And they beat the Thunder 5-3. They lost to Miami Springs only 3-2. So, yeah, they played one state champ. They beat a good Gables team who is a lot better this year. There's a line drive. Martinez can't grab it. It goes off his glove. Now it's bouncing around. One run is going to score. Here comes Camargo. He's going to score. And it's going to be 10. 4 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. A hard hit ball. It handcuffed Yoivi. We're going to have a pinch runner. No, man on second and third. So Forno scored. Camargo scored right behind him. Daniel Gonzalez is now on third base, and Nicholas hit a rope to the shortstop. It came off of Yoidi's heel of his glove, and it bounced over with a lot of English, spinning around, couldn't find it, and that gave the hustling Nicholas Perdigon some time to get to second base, and he got in there safely. Now the infield's in. 8-run lead for LaSalle. Michael Del Campo inherited those runners. There's a slider up high for a ball. He inherited the runners from Jason Blanco. And the pitching just hasn't been there. Hasn't been effective for the Bucks. So hope they turn it around for Friday's game, because they're going to run into a machine, a hitting machine. There's one swung on, and big swing there. Powerful swing from the third batter, Johnny Quintana, the catcher. Strong guy, wiry guy. Not a huge guy, but a tough fuerte. You could tell this guy, you don't want to run into him in a back alley. This guy probably knows karate or something. Big guy's Hector on deck. Sosa, he's the big hitter for the Royal Lions. Quintana hit a double, had an RBI, scored, walked, and flew to left field his first at bat. And Del Calvo is having a hard time finding the plates. 1-1, 1 out, top of the 5th, 10 runs on the board. Who would have thunk it? Del Calvo from the stretch, he kicks, deals, swing and a miss on a high fastball. Quickly 2 strikes, 1 ball and 2 strikes. On Michael Del Calvo. He's the pitcher for South Dade. Steps off. Him and Vera going through the signs again. Now he looks in, finally shakes yes to Vera. Comes out of his stance a little bit. Corners are in. That one swung on and hit foul. Molina, the new first baseman, is up on the grass. Alex Reguera, the third baseman, is up on the grass. Yoidi's like in the hole but in the grass. And Gato's in the grass as well. They're trying to cut down a run at home. Del Calvo's trying to get his way out of this inning. He steps off again. Boy, him and Gio Vera having a hard time. Maybe you got to get a walkie-talkie or something. Pitch calm. Finally, they come to an agreement. Calvo comes set. Nice block by Vera. Runner on third base now for the LaSalle Royal Lions. Del Campo takes his time. He looks into Vera. Vera's flashing a lot of signs. I'd get confused. There's just way too many signs. Finally, he kicks. Nice curveball. Fouled off at the plate. We'll do the 3-2 all over again. Trying to log in here to Max Preps. Well, he does take his time. Finally comes set. High slider. Ball 4. Quintana loads the bases. It feels like I've been saying that the whole night. Royal Lions have the bases loaded. Here comes Omar Baldo. I don't know if he's going to talk to Del Calvo or maybe take him out of the game. And we have a new pitcher coming into the game. I need to get the binoculars out here for this one. See who that is. Looks like number 15. And if it is 15, it's Connor Rodriguez. He's going to be the 4th pitcher tonight for Marbaldo. And let me get the binoculars out here a second. See if I can see him. Oh yeah, number 15, right-hander, good velocity. All right, Uncle Muggs, remember to subscribe to our Instagram. We need to get to 5,000 subscribers. We're somewhere around 3,900. A couple of announcements we have on deck. But I don't want to put it over my face, so like I said, Friday we'll be here with these Bucks. They're going to play the world champs, the state champs, the 2025 Class A state champions, the Mater Academy Lions. Another good game that we have is the American Heritage Patriots. They're going to take on Doral, and that's a Class 6A regional finalist and a Class 4A state champion in the American Heritage Patriots. And there's a good story there. Gavin Rubalcalva is going to come back to Doral, where he played last year, and he was an up-and-coming first baseman, decided to go to American Heritage, and now he's going to come back and play his old team and his old manager, Ralph Suarez, and that would be interesting. And a new look for the Doral Academy Firebirds. They lost Nunez and their fireballer Rodriguez. They lose Pardo. They lose the second baseman, Dylan Price. They lose the best hitter in the county in Gabo, went to but they regroup. They get Andy Espinoza, and they have Santiago Ponte. So they have a really good team, and we'll see what happens. Right now, the new pitcher is Connor Rodriguez, and he will face, who's he going to face? Hector Sosa. And these guys may bat around again. Jeremy Roberts is on deck, and he started this thing off. There's only one out. He scored 3 runs. The bases are loaded. The corners are in for the Bucks. And the hard-throwing Rodriguez throws one in the dirt. Giovanni Veros made several good plays behind the plate. I mean, excellent plays back there. So hats off to Gio Vera, always showing up solid behind the plate. Always count on him with the bat. But I like what he does behind the plate. He's really a good catcher. Swing and one. And that's a base hit going into left field. He's going to score 1 for sure. So Daniel scores. The bases are going to remain loaded. The game is going to be 11-2. And at this pace, we might leave early. Nicholas Perdigon moves to third base. Quintana's at second. And with that base hit, Sosa's at first. And the guy who started all of this with a base hit and scored a run, Jeremy Roberts, is up again. Wow. These Lions really came out to hit today. Swing and a miss by Roberts. Nice velocity by Connor Rodriguez, but it's 11-2. Beautiful night for baseball. I can see the moon from here. I'm up in the booth. Uncle Muggs from Westland Gardens Park. Well, Rodriguez can throw it. Vera with another nice play. You know, I keep saying that, but I mean, he does. He's incredible behind the plate. This is Roberts again. Roberts scored a run, has a hit into a double play, and he walked. Fourth at bat tonight. Here's Rodriguez from the stretch. Inside, almost hits him. It does get a piece of him. Nicholas is going to score. Roberts is going to head over to first base. Quintana's going to third. And Hector Sosa's on second base. It's going to bring up Brandon Nunez. Or do we have a pinch hitter? No, Brandon Nunez comes up, number 14. Nunez steps in. Already a 10-run lead. Top of the fifth. Well, they've put some crooked numbers up. 5 in the third. 6 in the fifth. Corners are in for the Bucks. Bases are loaded for the Royal Lions. Inside and almost hits him. Pops out of Giovanni's glove, but not far enough. Well, this has been a wake-up call of sorts for South Dade. Here I thought they were going to have a scrappy team, and I think we lost our center field camera now for good. I think we might have lost the battery. Swing and a miss. So we're going to have to keep it right here for the remainder of the game. Connor Rodriguez with the bases loaded and one out. Another nice block by Vera. Gio Vera behind the plate, making all kinds of blocks. Here he comes set. Rodriguez. Pitch way outside, a little low. Base is still loaded, 12-2. Coming up on 9:30 here at Westland Gardens Park. Here's Rodriguez's pitch, swung on, fouled back. And this game started, I want to say about 7:10. So 2 hours and 20 minutes of baseball. Bonus baseball. We weren't expecting to record or to come live this game. Foul ball. Caught by Zara. That's a strikeout. So Nunez goes down swinging. That's only the second out this inning. And it will bring up the DH, Christopher Perdigón. Struck out his last time up. Not sure what he did the time before that because I was out in center field. And here is the left-handed batting Christopher Perdigón. Jeremy Fornos is on deck, the shortstop. Perdigón is the DH. He's facing Connor Rodriguez. Hard thrower, and that one just got away from Vera. There's only so many stops you could do. It's going to be run number 13. Quintana comes across. Sosa goes to third. Roberts heads to second base. And your score is 12-2 in favor of the LaSalle Royal Lions. So now it's just to get 3 outs and walk away with the opening season 2026 preseason victory for head coach Nathan Gomez and the Lasalle Royal Lions. Immaculate. LaSalle swinging. That one's hit out of the glove, it looked like. Chris really lets that ball travel. And he almost slaps it out of the catcher's glove. He's got quick hands, so he could do that. And that's a couple times that I've noticed that today, that he really lets that ball travel deep before he takes a hack at it. And that creates some really funky foul balls. I mean, they just bounce behind them almost. And that one slapped into left field. This might drop. It gets in front of Gorey. He's going to score another run. Oh, that's 14. 2 more runs score. Sosa scores. Roberts. Goes to third base. Yep, 14-2. And South Dade started off, 2-0. And there's a little blooper in the right field. Coming in on it is Rojas. He makes the play, but it gets by him. Boy, that must have just flicked off his glove. I took my eye away from it thinking that he got it. So Roberts couldn't go anywhere. Oh, no, Roberts scores. I'm sorry, Roberts scores. It's going to bring up the last batter, Isaiah Camargo, from the left side. Isaiah struck out and scored a run. There's a strike. Oh, no, that one missed. The left fielder, Isaiah Camargo, is facing Connor Rodriguez. 9 runs in this inning. 15 for the game. That one's foul to the left side. 4 different pitchers for the Bucks. The starter was Giovanni Orta. He was followed by Jason Blanco. Then it was the lefty Michael Del Calvo. And we're with Connor Rodriguez in a 15-2 game. Some seriously crooked numbers for LaSalle. 5 in the third, 9 in the fifth. For a total of 15 runs. 2 outs now. Another nice play by Giovanni Vera. We're down to 1 camera. So this is it, folks. We're going to live and die with this one for the remainder of the game. Oh, and that's a balk. Connor Rodriguez, a balk. The runners are going to advance to second and third. Wow. Why did you think things couldn't go any worse? They do. Man, what a night for the Royal Lions. Christopher's on third. Fornos moves over to second. That ball's outside. Coach Baldo's just wishing this could be over already. Isaiah wants one more hit. Here, Connor Rodriguez sets and swings, and another foul ball into the fence. Uncle Muggs here. I've been out to center field 3 times tonight trying to fix the camera, and I finally ran out of batteries. But, we're working these things out. So when the regular season comes around, we have a quality broadcast for you guys, and that's what we do in the preseason. We take the reps just like the players do. There's ball 4 that's going to load the bases. Perdigon, Christopher's on first base. Jeremy Fortno's on second base. Isaiah Camargo's on first. It's going to bring up the leadoff batter, Daniel Gonzalez. Gonzalez has walked, scored a run, flied out twice to center field, and struck out his first at bat. Nicholas Perdigon is on deck. So bases loaded. Still in the top of the fifth. Now about to throw the flag in on this one. Here's Connor Rodriguez. Pitch high and inside. Swung on and missed by by Gonzalez. Molina still at first base for the Bucks. Gatos at second. Yoidy Martinez at shortstop. And Alex Riguera is at third base. There's a pitch, and that's a foul ball to the right side. Quickly 0-2 the count to the leadoff batter, the center fielder for the Lasalle Royal Lions. And they have a beautiful campus right there on Biscayne Bay by La Ermita de Caridad, right next to Mercy Hospital, right off South Bayshore Boulevard. That must be nice, going to school every day, watching the ocean. Maybe take a lunch break, try to catch a bonefish or something. Here's Rodriguez's pitch, and that one's called strike three. Okay, the Royals are going to leave three. No problem, because they get 9. They make it 15-2. We're going to head to the bottom of the fifth inning, and this could be it for the South Dade Bucks. You're watching FSPN thanks to Dick's House of Sport. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Zach Neto here. You're watching Inside the Park with Uncle Bob.
This is not a test. This is not a test. I don't know if you can handle it. I don't know if you can handle it. This is not a test. I don't know if you can handle it. I don't know if you can handle it. This is not a test. You can 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 test. This is not a test. This is not a test. I don't know if you can handle it. 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 I don't know if you can handle it.
And I want to thank everyone for the 1 million views, and we look forward for another full season of high school baseball, and then we're going to continue into the summer. We're probably going to follow the San Diego Padres scout team again and other nationally ranked teams. We're going to do this all the way until September, until football starts again. In June, we're going to follow the draft, and hopefully some of our local guys will be in the draft. We're going to keep doing that home run derby. That was a whole lot of fun. And I want to thank everybody for joining us this year. And don't stop. I mean, subscribe, follow us on all the social media platforms. This is Uncle Mug saying so long, and we'll see you soon right here on Sundays on Inside the Park.
All right, a pinch hitter coming in for Giovanni Zara and the Nig. Santayana. Santayana, big boy. Check swing. Osong is still in there. The Ozman is still in the ball game. The crafty lefty, he's been economical. He's been very efficient. Santayana with an identical check swing. And he's feeling it. Santayana from the right side. (15-2), bottom of the fifth. Called strike three. Good morning, good night, y hasta mañana. See you later, Croquetica. Wow. Only the third strikeout for the crafty lefty. That's pretty unbelievable. I mean, that's the kind of outing. He's been efficient. He hasn't thrown a lot of pitches. We have another pinch hitter coming in for Lazaro Rojas now. It's Isaac Prevost. He takes strike one. Prevost. Right-handed batter. Wearing number 55. You see all these big numbers. That was Oral Hershiser's number from the Dodgers back when I was really into baseball. This lefty, though, Osvaldo Ozone, has been super effective. And there's a little chopper right back at him. Foul ball. Quintana gloves it and gives it back to him. And quickly and efficiently, as he's been doing the whole night, Osvaldo Leon gets ahead of the batter, Isaac Prevost. Bottom of the fifth inning, 15-2. The lefty comes set. He gets a sign from his catcher, Johnny Quintana, who's been very solid back there. Nice, slow, methodical windup. A curveball. Wow, a little high, just out of the strike zone. Pops out of Quintana's glove. 1-2 the count. Only 3 strikeouts. In this day and age of the fireballer, it's good to see a guy that's pitching. Different eye levels. Evens the count now at 2-2. That was low and inside. An easy take for Prevost. Another one more or less in the same spot. Brings the count to 3-2. I think we might have another pinch hitter on deck for the Bucks. Scheduled to come up is Jonel Uveras. But I see a number 20-something. There's a foul ball. Oh, I got a piece of Quintana. And that is another pinch hitter. That could be Joshua Rios. So we might see Josh Rios pinch hit here in the bottom of the fifth inning for Baldo and the Bucks. A little bit disappointing for the Bucks, especially they were up 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Then a couple goose eggs and 5 in the top of the third for the Royal Lions. And there's one lifted into center field. Daniel Gonzalez has a beat on it. This will be the second out of the inning. And it is going to bring up Joshua Rios. Joshua, I believe it's a right-handed batter. And before we go, I want to say thanks, everybody, for watching. Thank you for the 1 million views and just putting stuff away as we wait for Rios. And thanks to these guys. Thanks to my boys out there. Go by and see them. Low and away. First pitch to Rios. And I'm going to start putting things away so I don't get caught in the dark out here. It's already late. Up and away. Ozzie getting a little tired. Kind of stood up on that pitch. He didn't really finish. Osvaldo Ozone, a crafty lefty. You're going to hear that name going deep into games if he keeps it up. 3-0, the count now to Rios. And there's a strike to go 3-1. 2 outs. Might have another on deck, another pinch hitter. Rios gets on. There's one slapped to the right side. Brandon Nunez picks it up on 2 bounces. Fires it over to Jeremy Roberts, who makes another excellent play. And that's your ball game, folks. Line them up. The LaSalle Royal Lions take this one home. 15-2. Wow. Uncle Mugg saying thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to come back here Friday and catch these very same Bucks taking on the home team, the Matter Academy Lions. We're going to say good night. Drive home safely. Thanks for joining with us. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with us. And remember to